Here with Chasen Blair, one more first-round finish against someone who also has quite a bit of first-round finishes. You clearly respected his striking. Was the game plan to take it to the ground all along?
I was prepared for any sort of situation. We kind of ended up in that clinch, and it was just a no-mind situation. Everything was just taking what was given, advancing through. At the MMA Fight Academy, we drill all those grappling positions so often, especially training with Jake, going down to Studio 540, that was just a natural progression. He's arching hard, giving up the back. He was fighting well, defending, just constantly swimming. And I was just staying patient, and the finish came, and happy to be back in the win column and keep the momentum rolling through 2025.
And this was your 10th pro fight in only 3 years. Do you ever sit back and think how much you've accomplished in such a short period of time?
Yeah, I'm just completely grateful to be able to do what I love, stay consistent. God's blessed me. I've been able to stay fairly healthy, and a lot of opportunities come my way. I've had mixed results, but every experience is an opportunity to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and I'm just grateful for all these trials and challenges, and excited to continue to develop my skills and see where it takes me.
Yeah, and speaking of mixed results, your last fight on the Contender Series started off really well and didn't end up going your way, but you gained a lot of respect. How was the whole experience like?
It was an amazing opportunity, right? I'd fought in Manchester, and as soon as I'd essentially come out the cage, I got presented an opportunity on 2 weeks' notice to take on one of the top prospects in the world, and that's what I do it for. I want to compete against the best, and I'll always keep my head up on the fact that I prepare for these opportunities, and that I go in with full faith in God's plan, and that I have the skills to do what needs to be done. And if it doesn't go my way, all I got to do is just keep the axe to the grindstone and continue to keep working. And it's nice to have some time off, get back in the win column, and be here talking with you again, and excited for the next opportunity that comes my way.
And Coach Mark said that you worked on your mindset a little bit. Can you explain, what he meant by that?
I think the biggest thing is I work really hard, and this is something I've always wanted, and I think the biggest thing is just letting go and believing that I have the tools to get the job done. So when you asked me earlier, was that kind of the plan? It was more of just taking what was given and just knowing that no matter what position I'm in, where I'm at, if we're on the feet, in a clinch position on the ground, I have the ability to get a finish anywhere. And the biggest thing is I think there was times in my career I wanted it so bad. It was almost like trying to hold on to a slippery fish. The harder you squeeze, the more you're pulling it away from you, And so I think the biggest thing is just having faith and just believing in my skill set and God's plan, and that's what I'm doing. And I feel like I've grown so much since my last bout, and I'm excited to continue sharpening and just growing from here.
And lastly, let me ask you, because I know you spent a lot of time with Paddy the Baddy training in the past. Obviously, he's just had this massive fight with Michael Chandler. What did you think of the fight? And also, do you almost get more nervous for teammates or former teammates when they fight than you fight yourself? Or?
Yeah, so Paddy's a big inspiration to me. He's like an older brother. He took me under his wing, and he's taught me so much. And, being able to be with him for his first 3 big fight camps in the UFC and train with him every day and see what he does and how he conducts himself, and, to see the work that he puts in and why he's at where he's at. I think definitely it's hard watching somebody you have love for and you care about, competing obviously at the highest level, and knowing that there's nothing you really can do. You're almost like you're like in the passenger seat just watching, and you just have to have faith and know that they have the skill to get the job done, and no matter what, that they can always bounce back and keep growing. And I'm super proud of him and draw a lot of inspiration from him to to see what he's done and how he's changed the lives of his family and everybody else around him. It's a big inspiration for me, and makes me just want to continue moving forward and kind of follow in those footsteps.
Oh, for sure. Well, I can't wait to see what's next for you. Big thanks for sure.
Thank you so much. It was lovely to see you again.